Hey everybody, and welcome back to Life with Lolo. It is time for our weekly recap of Put a Ring on It. This is season 1, episode 7, and it was titled Catching Feelings. Alright, so let's just jump into it because it picked up where it left off last week with Dr. Nicole talking to Shay and Michael and trying to figure out if Shay was going to drop the boundaries so Michael and her would be able to enjoy, well, more so for Michael, would be able to enjoy the dates coming up. So she did say that she is going to drop the boundary. She said that he's a smart man and she don't think that he would do anything too crazy or anything like that. So she's going to drop the boundary. So Mike was kind of shocked or whatever, but she said in her confessional that she like your actions have consequences, so you'll have to kind of live with them or whatever. Ashley thought it was good. Of course, Hollywood was kind of like, And Dr. Nicole was saying, like, this is something that y'all will help y'all learn from y'all dates. So this experiment will help y'all learn from y'all dates and all that other stuff. Hollywood said that he's gonna go on another date with the girl Shantae because he felt like she was cool and he wants to see if there's any feelings there or whatever. Ashley said yes, she wants to go on a date. Of course, Hollywood was upset. He was like, I didn't want her to make no connections with any guys. I wanted her to go on 50 dates with 50 guys or whatever and then come back home to me. Because he feels as though the reason why he said yes to Shantae, let me go back, is because he said he wanted to give her a second chance because he didn't give her a fair first chance because he's so concerned with going back to Ashley. He's not focused on, just like doing the experiment. Like, this is a rare opportunity for him to really like do something to see if somebody else is out there for him or for Ashley or whatever. So to see if Ashley is the person that he really wants or if he really wants to move on. So he's not really taking it seriously. He's just kind of like going with the motions and stuff like that. And basically he's just trying to get back to Ashley. So he's saying he going on these dates to just get back home or whatever. And Ashley's kind of like, well, look, why is we doing it? Like, we don't need to be doing that. Because she said yes to going out on another date with Kwame. And he like, well, she going on multiple dates. To me, like, dude finna holler. Like, they got catching feelings and stuff for each other. And so Dr. Nicole said, well, maybe y'all boundary needs to be like y'all are responsible on your own dates. Like, don't be worried about what that person doing. Don't be worried about what this person doing and stuff like that. So y'all can really enjoy the date, enjoy the experiment and stuff like that. Hollywood said he was down for it, but I don't think so. Tamika said yes, she would go on another date with Devin, and Vince said he was worried that she would be catching feelings, so he said no to the second date. Shay said yes to going on the second date with Rick, and of course Mike said yes to the fifth date with Whitney. Vince and Hollywood is like, that's like y'all dating, because the fifth date, like, y'all really, catching some feelings for each other and stuff like that. But in this situation, because they're not talking in between, it's not so it's not like regular dating or whatever because they're not able to talk in between. Well, Shay and Michael had that boundary; they weren't able to talk in between. The rest of them, I don't think the rest of them was talking in between or whatever. If y'all know, correct me. But for them, they're not talking in between the dates, so they're seeing each other every week. So every week, it's not like they catching feelings. It's not like they got those 7 days and then they go on, the 6 days and they go on a day on the seventh day or something like that. It's different. So I don't see how it would be like they're catching feelings or they're dating or they're getting real serious. Like, they might have a good feeling about that person. They like their energy or whatever, or they like them as a person and stuff. But as far as like catching feelings and wanting to be with that person and stuff, I don't think so. Well, I wouldn't, because if I'm not talking to you in between, like, I don't know what what you're doing or whatever. But at any rate, Shay was kind of scared about him going on a fifth date, but she said that she was going to trust the feelings. I mean, trust the process. Mike and Shay, so she's frustrated that Mike has been on so many dates with Whitney, but she's letting her hair down, letting it flow, going with the process. She meeting up with Rick, they kind of chat, and she tells him that she dropped the boundaries, so there's no boundaries involved and stuff. And he was like, oh, okay, well, what does that mean for us and stuff? And so she was just saying, like, um, her and Mike go tit for tat. So she waiting to see what he gonna do before she make a move. And she did tell Rick that she wanted to cross a boundary, but she was kind of scared to cross said boundary or whatever like that. So I was like, he was just kind of like, well, we both grown. We should be able to do what we want to do. Like, why else are we here or whatever? But she said she's not going to do it. And he was saying like he enjoyed her vibe and stuff like that. Mike and Whitney. So Mike meets up with Whitney. He tells her that Shay dropped the boundaries, and like I said, he was shocked. She was shocked, and she said like she was really getting to know Mike and stuff like that, and she's not really confident that Shay broke the boundaries because they was kind of like, well, what do that mean? Is it a test? Like, did she really drop them? Like, what's going, because so he was kind of like, I don't know. And so then he was saying like he's conflicted on what he wants to do because he said he's attracted to Whitney. He said that they got like a good vibe and stuff like that, but he wants to get to know her more. But on the other hand, he doesn't want to disrespect Shay because if he does something with Whitney, it's something that they really can't come back from or whatever. Like if he kissed her and then the sparks was there or something, child, then he might want to pursue Whitney and then they leave Shay by herself. But I mean that was part of the experiment, so I mean they signed the contract. But at any rate, he ends up telling Whitney that he is all in for Shay and he respects Shay and that he wants to be with her and that he wants to just be friends with Whitney. So she said that she understands and that she is kind of like disappointed or whatever because she came there to find love and she don't know what he came there for. So I mean he came there to see if he wanted to still be with Shay or whatever. But I mean they did do Instagram live. I didn't watch it, but I guess I'll have to watch it one of these days just to see what they was talking about. But I don't know if they are in a relationship or him and Shay in a relationship. I don't know what goes off camera because I didn't watch the live or anything like that. But I did think Mike and Whitney made a cute couple, and we're gonna get to it. Well, let's get to it because Dr. Nicole came over to meet Shay. So Dr. Nicole came over to talk to Shay. Shay is excited about Dr. Nicole coming over there to talk to her because she says she needs this. So, like, she does need, like, a one-on-one therapist to, talk her issues out or whatever. So, she's talking to Dr. Nicole, and it's basically about the son moving in with her and Mike. So, she basically said, like, kids ruin relationships and she was saying how she is scared that, what is the boy name? Let's start with a Z. Don't it start with a Z? I can't remember the baby name. But at any rate, she's afraid that when, is it Zaire? I don't remember. But she's afraid that he will come in and ruin their relationship or whatever. So perhaps something happened to her in the past and some kids got involved and the relationship was messed up or whatever. But I don't know because they, again, won't really tell us what is going on with her as far as kids. But she said that that's one of the reasons why she was kind of scared. And she said that she didn't really attach herself to the little boy because he's been in her life for 6 years. I mean, because he's 12 years old, and her and Mike been together off and on for 6 years. So they known each other for 6 years or whatever. But she is like afraid to get attached to him because did she say why? But she did say she was afraid to get attached to him, and she was saying like she doesn't know if he's afraid to get attached to her. And Dr. Nicole was like, well, you got to find out. She was like, yeah, I know, because he's the child. And I have to go pursue him and see, what he likes and stuff like that. So we can make like a connection or whatever. So then they was just kind of chatting it out. And she was talking it out and stuff like that. And then she realized like, Mike is what I want. His son comes with him. So I'm willing to let my wall down, let the guard down, and just be open to the process and be open to being a bonus mom and be open to getting to know I don't know the baby name, get to know the son and talk to him and basically just bond with the child. So she said that she was open to do that, and she said she was all in. So I was like, okay, Shay, okay, it's about goddamn time. I mean, this is the 8th episode, so I guess they had to make it all dramatic and stuff. But she said she was all in for him moving in and being a part of his life and stuff like that. So I'm happy for that. So if, because that was really like the barrier that well, of course she want to get married still, and Mike don't want to get married right now, and then he not really good with sharing his emotions. So the biggest barrier was the child moving in and living with them. So now that that's settled and resolved, they can start working on the other stuff as far as him opening up, sharing his emotions, because during this process he said at the end that he is still a little uncomfortable with opening up, sharing his emotions, sharing his feelings and stuff like that, but he's trying. So he's being more open and he's just letting it flow versus thinking it and then stopping it or whatever. And I really understood that, because child, I understood that. So now the emotions just be coming out like vomit, and I don't. Yeah, I just be like, let me just pull it back in. But it's good to kind of share or whatever like that. So I really understood that, and I was happy because he's learning through the process and stuff. And the girls had got together later on down the line, so I might as well just go on and talk about that, because the ladies had met up. Tamika, Ashley, and Shay, they met up for like a little girls' night, a little sippy sip. And they was talking, and Shay was saying like her and Mike be doing it like rabbits since this whole process then started and stuff like that. Ashley was saying that her and Hollywood not so much doing it because he mad all the time because she going on dates. So I was like, Lord. And then Tamika, they only been together 2.5 years. It's so much lying and distrust in that relationship. I'm just like, look, girl, if you can't trust somebody, like, that's big. That's a big thing in a relationship. If you can't trust somebody, I don't know. Like, I couldn't deal with that. Like, if I couldn't trust that person and I'm always thinking that person lying all the time, like, why would you want to be with somebody that you think lying all the time? You got to play detective to figure out if they telling the truth or if they seeing somebody and then they cheating and then they lie. Like, anybody got time for no cheaters and no liars. Like, she need to just go on. I don't see it for them to. But that's what she was talking about. And then Tamika was talking about how more stuff happened. I mean, it just keep coming out. First it was the overlap, and now it's the what she say, something happened 2 years ago. A girl was coming out his apartment, and then she said his phone battery died, and then she said like things just keep happening. So I'm like, what is going on? So she said she needed to talk to Dr. Nicole to clear those issues up and stuff like that. But I was just like, Lord. And then Ashley told us that her and Kwame, like, she really digging Kwame. She said like she's attracted to his soul, like there's like their souls connect or whatever, and she get all these butterflies, and that's how she felt when she met Hollywood, and now it's not so much. She more attracted to Kwame. So Hollywood need to step it up. Let's go on to Hollywood and Ashley. So Hollywood is meeting with Shantae again. I don't really like her. I don't really like her vibe and stuff like that. She's an attractive female, but like something off with her. I don't really know if she was feeling Hollywood or she just wanted to screw Hollywood. I just don't know. What y'all thought about that? But anyway, she said that she liked him and stuff. She giving him compliments. They doing go-karts. So they just riding around the track. She laughing. Like, her laugh was annoying. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's my mood or, but I wasn't feeling her. They was talking, like I said, she was complimenting him, and then she asked, like, if, what did she ask him? Oh, man. She asked him if his relationship didn't work out with Ashley, where did that leave her? Like, what would be? He was like, well, I wouldn't want to be in a relationship because I can't have her, so I don't want to be in a relationship. And I would just be out here just dating and screwing. I was like, oh, well, okay. So, I mean, he was honest. He was honest about what he was going to do. He said he don't really want to be in a relationship because he been with Ashley for, 9 years, going on 10. So, he basically like, look, I don't want, I can't make this work with her, then I'm done. Like, cause she what I want, like basically. So I was just like, girl, now you see. So don't think you get no second, third date or with him because he not really feeling you. He just like you because you was listening to him when he was talking. So but he was honest and said he would just screw around and stuff. And she was like, well, I'm not interested in that. So he better not call me. And I was thinking, girl, stop. Because you look like as soon as he call you, yeah, all right, what time? Like, girl, stop. But I was like, Hollywood. Then Ashley and Kwame, and he was really feeling her. She had on a cute little dress. She looked real cute. He said, like, this the third date. We need to start talking about some deep stuff or whatever. She says there's no rush, but she does want to get married. He was, like, looking at her like she was a whole snack, okay? Because he was just like... She was like, why you keep looking at me like that? So, like, she was liking it because, her and Hollywood fighting all the damn time. So, she was liking that. She was liking the attention that Kwame is giving her. She really likes him. He asking for a third date. Would this be the third date? Yeah, I think he asked for a third date. She like, I don't know, but I mean, you potential. I mean, maybe we can go on. I was like, girl, you want this man, and then she was like, you just looking into my soul and stuff. I mean, he is a judge. I can't even get it out. He is an attractive male. She is an attractive female. I think they look cute together. And if Hollywood not really taking this seriously, and he not really. It don't seem like he's trying to change. Like Shay and Michael, you can see they're changing and stuff like that. You can see the growth. This goddamn hair getting on my nerves. You can see the growth in them too. But Hollywood seemed to be stuck. Ashley is, trying this experiment out, seeing if something else is out there, seeing if she wants to be with Hollywood or if she want to move forward. Like he just stuck, and he just stuck thinking about Ashley, and I can understand that because he loves her, he's in love with her, she's the love of his life. Like he wanted to marry her, like all of these things. So I could understand, and they've been together for 9 years, so I could understand where he's coming from and why he's like, this is what I want. But take the process seriously. Let her enjoy herself. You enjoy yourself too. And then if y'all come back together, y'all come back together. But if y'all don't, then it just wasn't meant to be. So, like, yeah, I don't know. But Hollywood, Ashley is moving forward and seeing if things will, progress and stuff like that. She's not crossing any boundaries. She just enjoying herself. She enjoying the experiment. And, I mean, I don't blame her. I already told you about the ladies' meetup. Vince didn't go on a date this week. It was just Tamika, and she met back up with Devin. I didn't like what he had on. The shirt was cute, but then them shorts, and then he had the little taco meat. Ugh, I hate chest hair. Ugh. But anyway, she liked it. She said she was attracted to his energy. He was talking about how beautiful her eyes were. She said that she hasn't felt the butterflies in her stomach when Vince compliments her, stuff like that, and she's feeling it with Devin. She started telling him how she was artsy, how she was real creative. He likes to travel and work out. And she said that she paints, and he was just motivating her to like share her paintings and stuff. Because she was saying like she's kind of shy about sharing her stuff. And he was like, share it. Like, do you, girl. It's pretty, like, share it out there. Let the world see what you got. So he was like motivating her, and it was cute. Like I said, Vince didn't go on a date. So we back at the house. All the couples back at the house. Shay, she talking about her date. She talking about how the chemistry was real good. How she was looking for a lot in one person. She said she wants the conversation to just be flowy, just laughing, talking, just having a good time. Mike is confused about her dating cycles, and he said he was a little insecure about Shay dating. So that was something big because he was sharing his feelings, his emotions, and stuff like that. He talks about the green light, and then he talked about how he didn't want to cause any issues, and then he said how he just told Whitney that they were going to be friends. What else? Shay, of course, was happy about that child. She was grinning. Okay, grinning. He said he was all in for Shay, and then he just hopes that she's down for, because I guess they didn't talk, but he said he hopes that she's down for the son moving in and starting the family and stuff like that. What else? Uh, she said that Shay said that she could be a little jealous and selfish. And Dr. Nicole was like, oh, okay, we got a moment. You done came to the realization that you had a moment and stuff like that. And this is growth for you, girl. And she was like, now, if the selfishness is driving you, then you need to cut it off. You need to cut it loose and stuff, because that's not the right direction that you need to go in. So she was like, okay, I understand that. Hollywood said his date was cool. He was saying like he had fun and all this other stuff, but he was talking about the damn go karts and stuff. I was just like, Lord. He said he really wasn't feeling anything because he was just ready to get back to Ashley, and like I said, he not really taking it all that seriously. Like, this is like a once in an opportunity time where you can actually see in a controlled environment, because it is really like a controlled environment, where you can see if you and your partner are supposed to be together, or if you and your partner are you're supposed to be together forever with your partner and stuff like that. Like, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity to see if y'all just spinning y'all wheels, or if this is what y'all supposed to be doing. Like, this is, and he not really taking it seriously, and that's just driving me insane, because it's like, hello, like, take the damn experiment seriously. Like, enjoy the date, try to get to know the other person. Like, if Ashley, like I said, if Ashley gonna be there, she gonna be there. Okay, she gonna be there. What's meant for you is for you. Okay, and what's not is just not. So he's just driving me crazy. But anyway, Ashley said that his date was amazing, and that Kwame brings like a great spirit, and he treats her like a queen. And child, I was like, why Dr. Nicole check on Hollywood? Because she checked on him, and of course he was all in his feelings and stuff, and he was like, I do all that too. Like, she don't know what he doing. Here I am doing this 9 years, and I'm still doing this 9 years later, and like, she don't, like, he just all in his bag and stuff like that. And he was like, she don't even know if this man a serial killer. And I'm thinking to myself, now, they did a background check on these damn people before they got on here. Well, I will hope they did at any rate. I was just like, Lord, have mercy. Like, just child. So Ashley was saying, like, now he sees what I've been going through all this time. And so now he gets the picture and stuff. And so Dr. Nicole was like, look, y'all need to figure out if y'all gonna move on together in life, or y'all just gonna move on. And she said, and at this point, that you need to figure out what this was trying to teach you, basically. And then Tamika, child, that's why I said Tamika and Vince, they need some like really one-on-one therapy, some extensive therapy. She need one-on-one therapy. He need one-on-one therapy, and then they need couples therapy, because they just keep clashing heads and stuff. So Tamika said she was still attracted to Devin. She felt comfortable with him. She felt like she feels free and she could be open with him. She said she could share and not be afraid. Basically, it was a clean slate. And so Vince was like, well, I compliment her all the time. Like, and I motivate her about her drawings and stuff like that. And so he was like, he not tripping. But his body language was saying the whole time, like, what kind of BS? Like, his body language is like, what? Like, I do this all, like, I do this all the time or whatever. So Dr. Nicole called him out his body language and stuff, and she was like telling him. And so then Tamika goes and drops the tea about the roommate and stuff, and he was like, what are you talking about? And you could tell he was lying. Like, come on, just be truthful. Like, why you just can't tell her the damn truth? Tell her that you was cheating. Tell her that you wasn't serious about the relationship at that time. Like, tell her something, but you keep lying, and it's just ridiculous. And then he's gonna try to put it on her, talking about something. She snuck up to the apartment and stuff. She like snuck. Like, you knew I was like, what is you talking about? Like, this is just ridiculous. So I was just like, that is a mess. And that pretty much, that's how the episode ended. I don't really know if Tamika and Vince is gonna make it, because they still got a lot to kind of work on, and I think at this point they need to be separated. Like I don't like, I'm all about love and all that other stuff, and people being together and trying to work through their issues together so they can be together forever and stuff like that. Because I'm, like pro love and stuff. However, and I'm just, coming to grips and stuff. But however, in some cases, sometimes you just need to be apart from that person. And like I said, work on whatever you need to work on. And if you are meant to be, then you shall be. And that's what I think that Vince and Tamika need to do. I think them two need to go in their separate directions. If they want to be in contact with each other, that's on them. However they want to do that. But I think they need to go into like these separate little holes. And then if they are meant to be and come back together, then that's good. Like they be healed, they be healthy, they can move forward in this healthy love and stuff. But right now they keep living in the past. She don't trust this man. He can't tell the truth. Like I just don't see happily ever after with them. So I don't know. But anyway, y'all tell me what y'all thought about the show down there in them comments. If y'all like this recap review, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. If you are not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm like 149 away from 1,000. Like, come on. So hit that red little subscribe button and then hit the little notification bell to be notified for when I drop new videos. All right, y'all. Until next time. Peace.